I gotta go put on my shoes.
Your shoes now?
You know, I gotta put on my shoes for the meeting because today is meeting day, which means we're gonna learn, we're gonna eat, we're gonna motivate, we're gonna inspire, we're gonna have some fun. But it's meeting day, sales meeting day. I need my shoes now. Got the shoes. Need the shoes.
What we got going on today? Genesis, what we got going on today?
Lots of stuff.
But that's the number one site that I use for ages. 90% of the things I have memorized now, and I don't need to go on it anymore, but that's for you all. All right, and the minimum limited liability warranty on them is a 30 years. Okay, they're a little bit thicker, and they technically supposed to be wind and impact resistant.
Hello.
All right.
Dr. Ebony, we got you.
No.
Stop dropping my card. Travis.
All right. There you go, buddy. You're welcome. Kurt Lind, and I'm a property inspector and the owner of Lind's Property Inspection.
If you can give one piece of advice to agents, like, you know, something that they should know that they probably don't know.
Learn how to get the ages of appliances, because every client will always ask, how old is my HVAC? How old's my water heater? Every client wants to know that.
When you're looking at an obstacle, no matter what the obstacle may be, it's always going to appear 10 to 15 times, maybe even 20 times bigger than what it is if you're looking at it by yourself. If you look at that same obstacle and you know you have somebody that's going to support you, or you know that somebody has to go through that obstacle as well, it becomes 15 to 20% less daunting. And what that tells me is that you need to have a high vibe tribe around you at all times. You need to have people that are going to support you, they're going to be in the trenches with you. And what I was hoping for is that everybody here had some type of problem, so we could see that there is a good amount of problems in the room, but that tells me that there's a lot of potential, right? If you got a VA loan question, I'm your guy. If you got an insurance question, Keith is your guy. If you have a question about writing contracts without Authenticsign because you have to write it in a scribe, Cavell's your guy. You know what I mean? He was been around for a long time, since, you know, the 1900s. But if you ever work the phones, you don't have 10 phone calls leading to 10 engagements. You're probably gonna have 100 phone calls to get 5 engagements. So at bare minimum, if you need 10 engagements, you need to do 200 phone calls throughout the week to get those 10 engagements. And I'm not saying these numbers to scare anybody in the room or anybody online. That's just show you what you as an agent need to do to generate your own leads. Don't sit here and rely on other people. Don't sit here and rely on OpCity or whatever lead generation source you may have. You have control. If you're gonna do database or SOI, Sphere of Influence, you have to have 20 database entries to get 1 conversion. So you need to have 20 people to get 1 conversion. The average commission in Hampton Roads is roughly around $9,000 if you're doing the average median sales price of $330, right? After all, minus all fees and whatever. So if the average commission is $9,000, you need 20 database entries. Every database entry is a $450 conversation, leading to that $9,000 commission.
In my personal opinion, the biggest takeaway you can get is understanding that when you are transactionally focused, focus only on the money, the amount of deals you do, the amount of sales volume you have at the end of the year, you will have a relational deficit. When you are relationally focused, making sure your client's taken care of, making sure the deal is smooth, making sure that all parties involved get what they want out of it, you will have a transactional abundance. We are in a business of problem solving and making sure people are making the right investments, because this might be the biggest investment they have for their life at this point in time, and they're trusting you with that. So that's going to be my biggest takeaway.
I could take all day to talk about Christian's growth as a real estate agent, you know, as an individual, you know, as a father, just as a person in general. You know, I've definitely seen him grow up. But I remember Christian coming as a brand new agent. You know, at the time I was just a team leader, didn't even have the brokerage yet. And he told me what his plan was. And his plan was to become successful in this. And his plan was to work as hard as possible. And he came in and he did exactly that. He put in the work. Nobody gave him anything. You know, he put in the work, and he's not afraid to ask questions or lean in on the areas that he needs support in. So if you need your support, he'll tap you. Other than that, he'll get going. And I've seen him go from being on a team, right, just a regular team agent, to becoming an independent agent, operating by himself, right, to now being a team leader with multiple people under him, and to now even stepping up into further leadership role and expanding that, through the entire brokerage as being a person that support, like you can see. Today, he just did a great job letting people know what his keys to success is, and also just talking about the things that he's seen in general. And that's him. He is definitely, a leader, and he's definitely passionate about anything he do. He has a saying, how you do anything is how you do everything. And he's very passionate about everything he does. So he grows every day intentionally. And, I'll stop there before going on. And we're going to talk a little bit about it. What are you touching on?
So the training we got it scheduled for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's a training specifically for new agents or agents that just feel like they want certain things in order. I titled it Becoming a Go-To Agent because it's a process. It's a lot of things to learn. It's a lot of wheels, bells, and whistles, like some of the stuff Christian talked about being relationship-based. My business has been able to survive since 2016 because I am relationship-based. I become, I don't want to say close friends with my clients, but I do become someone that they can reach out to after closing.
As a brokerage, or as a place where you have a service, because as a business, it's either you are selling a product or selling a service, right? And part of selling a service is making sure you master, the strategy, and you have a proof of concept. We've been at this now going on 4 years. We have a proof of concept. We pushed through some tough times, and we're pushing through right now, and we have consistently grown, and we've been getting a lot of interest. So right now, I would like to add to the team, because the more members we have, the more agents we have, the greater impact we can have, within the industry and within the community.